Lighting's good. Hello, YouTube, Deception Stoppers. Hope you guys are doing well today on the Saturday, wherever you are. Saturday here in the U.S.
Hello.
Yes, as the title says, we have a special treat for you guys. Now, we figure that these videos will be very. We figure that these particular videos, will be very, very useful, especially for those of you who are pro se litigants or intend to become pro se litigants and are going through some legal stuff or whatever. This will be very useful for you guys. You guys can take this information and it will help you for the rest of your life. You won't even have to get an attorney ever again. Okay. Now, as I mentioned before, it's a lot of work, but it's worth it. It's worth it at the end because you're basically sovereign. When you don't go get an attorney, you're sovereign. When you go get an attorney, you're basically giving up all your rights.
Right, you're giving up all your rights, and you are enjoining in the jurisdiction of the state. So you're enjoining in the jurisdiction of the laws enacted by that state Supreme Court, whichever state you are in. So when you are just a citizen representing yourself, you're not practicing law. Okay? You're exercising rights. There's a difference between exercising rights and practicing law. Okay? When you're practicing law, technicalities can be played out against you when you're practicing law. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
When you are fighting for your rights and defending your rights, that's not practicing law. Okay?
They got it twisted.
They have it twisted on purpose so they can keep people in a state of confusion about this stuff. It's not rocket science. It's really easy. It's really, really easy.
Yeah, it's really easy, and we're going to show you guys how easy it is and how we were able to be successful on going through this. I mean, it's a hard fight, but hey, when you're in a fight, you can't expect the other person not to fight back hard. They're gonna fight back hard. So,
And we're going
yeah.
to also include why if you go to here, it won't work. Why if you go there, it will work. What your chances of having success versus going here or versus going there. It makes a difference. You see what I mean? It
Mm-hmm.
makes a big difference, that order of operation. So again, we're going to exercise to you guys on how to make your lives a little bit easier
Mm-hmm.
when you are in a legal situation.
And keep in mind, when you learn this material, you can share this material. You can help
Yeah,
other
you can
people.
share it with your family. You can share it with
Mm-hmm.
your friends because you have a right. You have a right secured by the Constitution. The rights secured by the Constitution, and the rights secured by the Constitution overrides any laws.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the part they don't want you to know.
So don't listen to anybody and someone tell you you can't give legal advice.
You
That's
can.
bullshit.
You
It's,
can.
it's bullshit.
You
You can
can. You
you
can.
can.
We're finding out you can.
And if you do, and if they try to violate, and look, check this out. Keep this in mind. If anybody tries to violate your right, your sovereign right,
They are then in violation of
Mhm.
42 USC 1983.
and that's a lawsuit. So yeah, that's it. So, Mr. McCormick, I'm okay. I want to become a pro se litigant. I don't have money to get an attorney. What would you suggest me to do as I have no experience with pro se. I don't even know what pro se is. I'm just now learning about pro se. So what is the first thing I should do as a person looking into becoming a pro se litigant?
The first thing you should do is ask yourself, what is it? What is it that you are trying to accomplish? What is it that you are trying to do? Then from there is going to give you a roadmap on what you need to do. So it's pretty much a step-by-step process. What I would recommend is just taking one step at a time and creating your own roadmap to kind of guide you on what do you want to do first and the order you want to go into. So it's just about being mentally prepared and not being so scared and
Mm-hmm.
intimidated of going into the information. So if you create that roadmap for yourself, that's going to make you feel more secure inside and give you an understanding on what you're trying to do. Because you got to kind of communicate with yourself,
Hmm.
like you're two people. You got to ask yourself, okay, what am I doing first? What is my angle? What is my roadmap? So you have to have a roadmap, because if you don't have a roadmap, if you don't create a roadmap, then it's just like mumble jumble, everything all over the place. And the last thing you want is mismanaged
Hmm.
legal things. It's just, it could be too much clamor.
So I'm in. Okay, so I'm gonna go through divorce, and I was a bit discouraged because someone told me that um, I, as a male, don't have any rights in the domestic court. Is that what? How do you explain that? Do I have rights when I'm in
Yes,
domestic court?
yes, you have rights. Now, it has become commonplace that, women's positions are more favorably viewed, but that's only if you don't know what to do about it. If you don't know what to do about them being more favorable towards the woman, and discriminating against you on sex, then they're gonna do it because they know you don't know what to do to you don't know what to do to reprimand them for doing that, so they don't care to do it or not. So if you exercise that you know what to do to reprimand them for doing that, then
Hmm.
they won't do that. But a lot of times that's not happening because people have lawyers, and lawyers are patronizing the business. It's all a part of their business. So when you go in there as a citizen, you are not a part of their business. You're not
Interesting.
you're not conducting business. Okay?
So what if they the favors? What if they do me wrong because I'm a male? What
If
can I do?
if they do you wrong and you feel discriminated against, you sue their asses. You go to federal court in in your area. As a federal court in every area.
So you can sue. You can actually sue a judge.
Yes, they have a standard form where you could sue the police, you could sue the judges, you could sue attorneys, you could sue any of them
So
cockroaches.
this form that you're talking about is does this form down at the courthouse? Do I?
Oh no. Oh no. You want to look up a non-prisoner complaint form. 42 USC 1983 non-prisoner complaint form. It's a standard form created by the federal government to sue state officials acting under color of state law violating your rights. It's a pre-printed form. So I can't be making this up. The form is pre-printed. We used it to sue the judges that we sued.
So when I'm suing a judge, I can actually go. I can go into a federal court and represent myself doing that.
You can go into federal court and represent yourself doing it. And if you can't afford to pay the fee, you put together a papyrus motion. You put together a papyrus motion. That papyrus motion is going to waive that fee. So
What
it's
is? I'm not familiar with papyrus motion. What is a papyrus motion?
a papyrus motion is a motion that waives the filing fee. So this whole thing
Mm.
could be free for you.
Oh,
You don't have to pay for nothing. They don't want you to know that either, but we're going to tell y'all.
so um, okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that. I was totally.
And you will also need someone to serve this complaint. You will also need someone to serve that complaint.
Hmm.
And if you fill out a papyrus motion for a federal non-prisoner complaint form for a violation of civil rights, and you're suing for monetary damages, then the U.S. Marshals will deliver that for you if
Oh.
it's papyrus. So the U.S. Marshals will deliver that to the state officials for you.
So if I want to do more research on the law, just because I heard about you having to have precedents and whatnot. What is the best resource to use? I mean, is a law library a good place to look that stuff up, or what all?
There is no exact good place. That's why when you create a roadmap, that's going to be good for you, because there's no exact place just to get all the right stuff. Now, what I would suggest is using various different outlets to do that. Like, you have law libraries, you have the internet, you have Find Law,
Mhm.
You have a lot of different legal resources that you can get into with the looking for the case laws and things like that. But more importantly, you just want to make sure your procedural process is on point. You want to make sure that you have if you're going into court, that you have witnesses and you have witness statements. You want to have everything supported. Every allegation, everything should be supported by something that you can show and prove, and you should have that.
In affidavits.
And affidavits. And that is what makes a case strong, not an attorney. Okay? Not an attorney. That's TV stuff now. That's television. That's theater. Okay, we talking about the real stuff here, the meat and potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
If you got this stuff, it don't matter who their attorney is.
Yeah,
it don't matter. So as long as you have the procedural processes on point, then the jurisdiction will be properly established, and you have witnesses and things of that nature. This is what this was meant to be. The court system was meant to be used for the people to seek their remedies, but it has been flipped, but we gonna flip it back.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we don't want to go past 12 minutes in this video. This is just the first video for how to. Okay, we're gonna have probably every week we're gonna make a how-to video just to give you guys more information on how to go about doing this, doing that, and you guys can go back to the other videos that we put up on the channel and watch those and see, what we've been doing and how that can match up and stuff, because this stuff is powerful. If you know this stuff and you do this stuff, if you know this stuff, nobody can't touch you unless you break one of their laws and give them jurisdiction. Nobody can do anything to you. They
can't tell you can't give legal advice, because guess what, that's repugnant to the Constitution, so they can shut up with that shit.
Yeah, so yeah, that's it. We ain't gonna go past 12 minutes. If you guys have any questions, or we're gonna make a Q&A video as well. We actually gonna probably make that. Yeah, we're gonna make that this weekend. Okay. We just want to put this out there because I was thinking, I was talking to him. I have another channel, and the how-to videos, giving people advice. Those videos are very powerful and will bring more people to watching them, and it will help more people to understand law and what they can do and whatnot. Because they got people confused out here. Like, they really got people bamboozled, and it's sad. And it's understandable at the same time, because they have to make money. Because if you can make money off people's ignorance, you can take advantage of them. You can turn somebody into a slave off their ignorance, and you don't have no idea. Oh, damn, I'm going to jail. Oh, I didn't know. This is wrong. And then you come to find out later on that they violated your rights, So that is it. Thanks for viewing.
All constitutional rights invoked, none waived, and see you guys later. Au revoir.
Peace out.